Hey everybody, welcome back to Wiggins Wild World. This is what we got going on this episode. Stay tuned, it's a good one. Thanks so much for coming by. Here in the Serengeti. First drive on the road to the pad.
First time driving up to where our house will be.
This is gonna be our drive.
There's a little... We got some more pallets. I'm the backup. We're gonna wash away our road, like just completely sweep it away. So, oh, there's a thorn on my toe. I'm gonna have to fix this. Yeah, get it.
Hey everyone, welcome to Wiggins Wild World. We had the air conditioning on and were eloquently explaining everything we were doing in today's episode, but the wind was just too wild in the truck, so you can't really hear what we're saying. So, I get to tell you via voiceover. We got to have our pads cleared for the greenhouse and the house. We got our perk test done, which is where they dig 3 separate deep holes to see how the drainage goes on our property in regards to septic tanks and leach fields. So we got all that done. We were looking at work we can do with the channeling, draining, and like washes on our property as far as redirecting the water and slowing it moving across. We're also looking at the driveway. We're definitely going to have to put some rock structures up and possibly a culvert or 2 along with my drawbridge to make sure that we do not end up getting our driveway washed away. So thank you guys so much for tuning in, checking it out, and enjoy this episode. We are here and we're not scraping our truck for the second time this week when we drive onto the property. This is our man Omar hightailing it through the desert in an awesome fucking Ford backup. Oh, I scratched the truck. I lied.
That's what happens when you take your eyes off the road.
I got cocky.
There you can kind of see it now.
You can just get up there. You can off-road in that beast. We're kind of dainty in our half-ton truck.
We are dainty. Ah, off we trot. Omar's in the distance doing his land clearing, road cutting, whatever you want to call it. Or is smelling stuff. And Coyne's walking through mesquite bushes.
Let me make sure we're on our property. So this area, you can see the wash, how it has spread out really wide. There's a lot of grass.
Spread out to there.
Some of the biggest mesquite trees on our entire property are right here. If you look at that big mesquite tree, that thing's like
right
16, 17 feet tall. This area is part of the reason why I said, yes, let's buy that property, sight unseen. Like, you don't have this kind of vegetation unless you have some water within 100 feet, I feel like, and I could be wrong, don't think so. So this area, there's definitely grass, there's rabbits, like there's birds flying around.
Owls.
When we first came here, there was literally like wet spots on the water in October, or on the ground in October. There was little wet, like moist puddles. So what I'm thinking is if we get on the other side of this or somewhere in this area where it spreads out, all these little channels, if we come through and either make a trench and backfill it with rocks, or we put in some sort of line just with stones where we can dam up this area where when the wash comes down, it sets back in this wide area here. This might be a really good area.
A lot longer.
This might be a really good spot for a wash, or for a pond too. It'd be a big pond liner. There's also a wash right here, so I think it might your pond might get.
And something
out.
we can do to encourage a pond and distribute the life that's already here is clear out creosote patches out here and then literally transplant, like maybe amend the soil a little bit but not very much, and then literally take the grass that's here and the other plants, like transplant that out there.
Yeah.
And since this will get flooded and start its own new generation of life if it does not stay flooded as a pond.
Yep, and we have the nursery, we'll have the nursery, we'll have the little greenhouse, so we're going to be able to start hardening off native trees and stuff and water harboring grasses that'll be able to really help this area retain. We can work our way back up this by doing that, by slowing the water down all the way up. So if you guys look right here, like that's all grass, okay? And that's because the water has taken its time right here to soak into the ground, and there's still available water in the ground. So right here is where a little wash channel that is coming through has hit a choke spot where it's running uphill. You can see it's like actively kind of cutting through it, because that's why it's depositing the sediment up here and it's spreading out. In my mind, if we put a little like dam right here and we dig out that area and we put a little channel right here, we could have this area filled in. The issue is I don't know what this looks like when it really rains, when it really monsoons, because there's little channels up here too, like small ones. So honestly, like, I'm just thinking we could put sediment in right here and back it up here, if that makes sense. Really good spot for clay. So like this stuff right here is something we're looking at. Clay, like it looks like sand, it's sand, like it's pretty sandy, but we've got some clay in this too, as you can see how it sticks to my hand like that. It's really fine. So we can screen this through this area and wash, and this can be used for our cob. So we found a couple clay spots. There's another one back over here on the other wash, but right now we're on our adventure to look and see where we can start damming up things and moving water around our property and planting some native grasses and have it looking like a thriving savanna, like the Serengeti, if you will. Here in the Serengeti.
We just are checking out our new driveway area, and we found this natural kind of buildup, or natural channel going through after all of this buildup happening here, and it will come through and wash away our road, like just completely sweep it away. So since we want a drawbridge and we want a pond, we're thinking we'll dig this out, put some kind of liner in here so there's kind of perpetual water that will linger, and then make some kind of drawbridge situation. Coyne mentioned a waterfall, but I'm gonna leave that to him. I don't know much about waterfalls.
Yeah, it's okay. I don't know anything really about them either, but I think we should, like right here, like she was, where it naturally channels through right here, like Victoria was saying, it gets pretty deep right here. So that'll just wash out the road. So with my lifelong dream of having a drawbridge, as a person with anxiety, I think we'll put in a nice barrier right here. Like she said, maybe a little liner, like just in this section so the water comes up. And then have a little spillway here, like just to open a little spillway, dig this out, and put in a drawbridge right here that's only able to open from that side. So once we come home, if nobody else is coming here, we push the button, the winch turns on, the road lifts up, and on the other side it just says road closed.
Yeah.
Because it is. So we'll see how that goes. Which is like the wash just kind of spreads out right here. As you can see, this is the back side of that big mesquite tree I was talking about. So like this is where it already kind of ponds out. It spreads out into like a slow, here, I'll fix that. It like into a slow
water retaining kind of
what am I trying to say? Slow seep. Like it seeps in slowly here. All this grass. It almost looks like pampas grass and shit. So,
or a dog enjoying her new cool soil that just got turned over in her shade.
She is nice and soft. It's like talcum without the cancer.
Oh yeah.
So we dig out right here, have just a little kind of retaining pond right there, which would be nice. We just have to berm it up a little bit right here, or it's just going to go into the wash. And we'll also have to build up these sections of the road so the water doesn't just go over it. So there'll be a little bit of things to do, and you can't just have a drawbridge go onto the sand and dirt on the other side, or it's just gonna, from pressure and water, it's just gonna erode away. So it'll be an undertaking and it'll be fun, but I do believe we can do it all ourselves, and it'll be rad when it's finished. So
dope. Okie doke. So I kind of want to do some of this since I have a front facing camera on. Right now we are checking out the land that just got cleared for us by one of our neighbors who has a backhoe. We have to make a site plan to send into the county to get it approved for everything. And so they know like where all your shit's at or whatever. But we're gonna go check it out, measure it. It's super beautiful out. The sunset's amazing. Really matches Coyne's Hawaiian shirt that I like so much. But that's what we're up to. Some road. Or driveway might be better. See some water? Oh, there's a thorn on my toe. Oh. I'm gonna have to fix this. We're measuring out the property lines for our site plan. This is approximately according to the GPS where property line starts. Should I grab the piece of paper? Okay, I'm grabbing it. We got some more pallets.
The rest will be easy to get out.
Oh, you'll just slide them forward?
Hmm?
You'll just slide them forward?
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Just typically don't have a lot of gross stuff on them. They've only been used like once. They're really clean. A lot of them are oak. Just, it's worth $1 or $2. If you're getting, what, 50, 60 pallets total?
Yeah.
Spend $100 on 80% of your building materials, that's all right.
Mm-hmm.
To ensure they're good. I think this was actually an older oak one.
Oh.
What's up, everybody? We're gonna go do some measuring with our super high-tech measuring wheel and get some footage from property lines to like where the house is and all that stuff and septic stuff. Get that going. Omar is out there right now digging holes, checking things. We should also probably finally pick up Shedward, our shed that majestically flew away in the night.
Yeah.
So if you see this gravel right here, like it looks like gravel. Easy, honeybee. It looks like gravel. Like it doesn't match the desert. It's like gray. And all of these mesquite trees are about the same size. That's because this was a road when this was first like going to be a subdivision, when they thought there was going to be like a boom out here. So this is actually like a public road. So our property line is like right here. Because it's a road, any cool plants in here that we want to save and or transplant, we can kind of steal and bring to our property. But this is the area we have to walk from to see how far our proposed house is going to be. So we'll have to count this off and measure this off.
Coyne is clearing up the road so we can drive on it and not pop a tire or get anything lodged into our engine. Shouldn't be there. Yeah, that was a toughie.
Mesquite. Waste. Jesus.
Oh.
That's okay, I think.
Think that'll be okay?
Yeah.
This? Sweet. Is that a cut?
My Harbor Freight saw.
No, no.
It's not made for cutting wood. First drive on the road to the pad. And there is plenty of stuff we gotta clean up a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
But it's at least a road, babe.
Yeah, first time driving up to where our house will be.
This is gonna be our drive.
There's a little couple sticks. You think that's okay? Shedward. First time we've ever driven by him. Wow. This is the greenhouse spot. The closest cleared pad that we're about to drive on. We're gonna put our greenhouse right here.
This is where the greenhouse will go. We gotta make sure we don't drive into a giant hole where they're testing for our septic.
That would be scary.
And this is where our house will go. Oh shit.
Fall in that giant hole we were referencing.
That was a tire though. Or a tire hole.
But yep. Oh yeah.
Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe, and we'll see you on the next one.